September 2022, we have a controversy that has been running for the last 2 years that automakers are making partially assembled car. In September 2022, Ford issued a guidance that they are going to have some excess costs of $1 billion. And in that guidance, they said that there were some 40 to 45,000 partially made cars. Previously, there were news reports of Ford again shipping cars without chips to the dealers, and the chipsets were later assembled at the dealership. Now, the immediate question is, are the automakers crazy to do something like that? Why make partially assembled cars at all? And logically, it's not a very difficult issue, right? So if you look at it from the point of view of supply chain theory, assume that we have a tire shortage. So as soon as we have a tire shortage, there is something immediately we can do is we can stop buying rims, or we can stop the delivery of rims, because there is a vertical dependency. If there's no tires, what's the point of getting rims? You're just blocking space in the warehouse. And well, while this dependency is very clear, there is an alternate dependency also, because if there's no tires, obviously there's going to be no cars. And so why should we order pistons and all other engine parts? So a good strategy might be to not even order engine parts when the tires are not available. And so what we would expect is that a shortage of tires, the automakers must shut their factories and do nothing. And maybe this statement makes the absurdity clear. Every time we activate a horizontal dependency and stop a factory, we are permanently losing capacity, which we would never be able to utilize in the future. Especially in this time when we have a shortage of auto parts, and there is always a scarcity of new cars available, losing this capacity becomes very expensive. So what automakers do is, instead of losing capacity, they would use the capacity to make partially assembled cars and then complete the assembly at the dealership or at the parking yard outside the factory at a later date. Does this increase the cost of manufacturing? 100% it does. But this expense is way lesser than the loss or the opportunity loss that the automaker would have suffered if they had allowed to let the capacity go waste. So remember, there is a lot of supply chain theory, and you have to associate the right supply chain theory to the news to make sense out of it.